Good morning. Morning gang from me and Bailey. Welcome to your Sunday morning empowerment and meditation. I sound kind of funny and have a bit of a husky voice still. So I've been sick all week. Our whole family has been sick. The snot brigade has definitely entered our building and wow, just full of shit. Hello GC Fleming, Shaz, Sharon, Nucha, hey Snoogie. Facebookers, can't see you, but that's cool. I don't know who's there, but you're there. We are back. We are back. So last Sunday, I know we missed it because I was not well. The focus of that week of that Sunday was your purpose, your finding a purposeful, meaningful and fulfilling life, and what it takes to go in and find that, to go in and find your purpose and your meaning and your fulfillment. So even though you missed it last Sunday live here, you can still join the tribe and gain access to last week's meditations that were focused on that. And a lot of my tribe members were really getting clear on the message that they want to share with the world, the legacy that they want to leave, and giving them clues as to what they're really here to share and express, other than working 9 to 5 and getting flogged every day by life. Speaking of getting flogged by life, today's focus, what we want to focus on, I love him so much. What we want to focus on is stability through life's changes. So you being a stable through the changes of life, because there's one thing that life is going to be totally consistent with, and that is change. Change has been happening since you were conceived. You went from, a tiny little blueberry to a raspberry to the size of a mandarin to then an actual fetus to then the size of a baby, and you were inside your mum's tummy and then you came on the outside, so change is taking place. You were a baby and then you couldn't walk and then you could crawl and then you could walk and then you could read and then you could write, and all before you couldn't. So change is part of life. We all know that. That's not anything groundbreaking. But where we're at now in our lives is that change takes place, and some of those changes we are out of our control. And life dishes us changes. Our partners can leave us. Our kids can go from loving us one moment to hating us the next and not wanting to talk to us, or our kids can begin experiencing depression and anxiety and you don't know what to do with them, and that's a massive change. And that feels like it's out of your power and it's out of your control. Your partner leaving you, you've been married for X amount of years and then they're gone and you're like, man, I haven't been on my own for 20 plus years or 10 plus years or 6 plus years. What do I do? What do I do now? And, changes can happen with your financial status, with your health status, with your own health status, or with your parents. And where I'm getting to with this is that life is going to constantly throw us change, but how are you dealing with it? How are you dealing? Well, green snot. How are you dealing with you? How are you managing yourself through life's change? Are you being a bitch? Are you being nasty? Are you being whinging and complaining? Do you feel like you're a victim? Do you feel like life's out to get you? Do you feel like life is unfair? Do you feel like there is no God? Do you feel like there is no universe that has your back? Because it definitely doesn't. How are you handling change? Are you making it mean something about you? Are you making it mean that you're not good enough, or that you are powerless, or that, no one loves you, or that no one cares about you? See, where I'm at in my life is I like to see change or a particular problem as a reflection of how I'm going to be dealing with it, of a reflection of where my mental state is. So if a change comes into my life or a perceived problem comes into my life and I go into negative Nancy or negative Nathan, let's be equality here, right? Not just Nancy. That's a really good sign to me. All right, kitty cat, your mental state ain't so crash hot. You're allowing the world to really impact you and to take you for a ride. Everyone talks about the roller coaster of life. And we can get on the roller coaster. We can always get on the roller coaster if we want. But there are certain roller coasters that we can create, like our own adventures. Our own experiences of life. But when life grabs you and you are at the mercy of life and you're being taken for a ride, your highs are going to be high and your lows are going to be super low. And again, we want to know how you're handling that. We want to know how you're managing yourself. What kind of person are you being through life's changes, up or down, or no, if it feels like life is stagnant? How are you handling you? How are you being? How are you treating others? How are you treating yourself? Because I certainly know that in the past, when big changes would happen in my life, I would make it mean something about me. If something came in and I found it challenging and I didn't think that I could get over it, like for example, when I was younger, when I was 23, chronic pain was in my body. I had to have brain surgery because I was addicted to pain medication. I had a condition that was turning me into a paraplegic. And my God, I was a victim. I was powerless to that change that was delivered to say, hey man, you got chronic pain, you'll have it for the rest of your life. I was depressed, I was overweight, I was a bitch. I was not a nice person to be around. And how I was handling me, wow, didn't even have a clue of who I was. I was treating myself badly, I had negative views of self, I was treating others badly because I was in so much pain. And I was being taken, I was like a bug on its back going, yeah, cool. I got no power here. I got no control here. But those circumstances, because those kind of things continued to happen along my life, have really taught me that kitty cat, change is there and it's always going to be there. It's a part of this earth experience. So how do you want to deal with it from now on? If you're dealing with it in a way that is not conducive to you, to your well-being, to others' well-being, to the happiness of your life, to the overall joy and happiness of your life, if it's not working, then how do you want it to be? How do you want to be? This is where we're going with today's message. This is the core of today's message. If you're done with how you're dealing with change and it's making your emotional state and your mental state unstable, therefore your relationship with self unstable, therefore your relationship with others unstable, and with life, you got to change, right? Something's got to shift. And life ain't going to shift change because that's all it's going to dish. Well, that's part of what it's going to dish. And so your shift takes place up here. We're going to take this into meditation for the last few moments. My tribees, yes, you bet. We are taking this into this week, all this week, of accessing your stable nature within, despite life's changes. How you want to handle it better, how you want to deal with you better, how you're actually dealing with it now. So tribees, you're in for a good week. This is going to advance you. This is going to lift you. This is going to open up your perspective of how you're currently dealing with life's changes. Everyone out there, you're welcome to join the tribe. It's my live online meditation program that runs weekly meditations 5 days a week, and there's a new theme each week, which is then divided into 5 sub-themes to give greater awareness on the greater theme. So go and check it out. I'll put the links up Let's go into meds for the last part of today. If you wish, you can close down your eyes. And just start taking some nice conscious breaths in and then out. And just setting the intention here to be open and receptive to messages, signs, guidance. Open to receive them, setting the intention to be open to receive them. And as you're here, connected to yourself, tuned in, turned in, I want you to just observe some changes that have taken place in your life. Good, bad, ugly, yuck, amazing. And just notice how you handled each one. How you handled you, how you treated you, and how you treated others based upon what life was bringing to you. And just notice the contrast, notice the roller coaster. Notice the changes in your mental and emotional state based upon what life dished out to you. And just notice that after the bad ones, after the tough ones, how there was part of you seeking, searching for something better to come along. Notice that when the great, amazing ones come in, you were wishing and hoping that that wouldn't end. Want to do here is just notice the contrast. Notice the highs and the lows and the wishing and the hoping for the the good to come when the bad was there, or for the bad not to come when the good was there. And just ask yourself on this fine Sunday if that's how you want to live the rest of your life. That is the question I will leave with you today. If your eyes are closed, take some big breaths in and out. If your eyes are closed, you're welcome to open them up. It can be a pretty big trap when we're just kind of rocking and rolling with life and we think this is the way it is. When bad things happen, we wish for the good. When good things happen, we wish for the bad not to come. Now that's totally cool if that's how you want to lead your life. But I'm speaking to the people out there who no longer want to lead their life like that. Who want to find some greater stability in self. Where life happens around them. But there's this space to access in here where you're not taken for a great big fat ride. If you want more of this week, join my tribe, katjohn.com.au/the tribe. 2 weeks, free access. So it's super easy to join, super easy to sign up and to tune into the meds this week. I'm going to go and cough up all the green goobies that are in my chest. I love you all. I hope you have an ace Sunday. Thank you to Taja, to Connie, to Sonia. Wow, so glad you guys aren't in person because this is disgusting. Hillary. Hillary. Mwah. Marnie, catch yous all later, gang. I'm going to go and spit this shit out of my chest. Peace be with you.